So there's something I gotta tell you, buddy.
Yeah.
So remember when we were hanging out on Tuesday and you dropped me off home and all that?
After we went to the gym and everything, right?
Yeah, and I bought that Valentine's Day stuff.
Yeah, sure.
So I walked into my house, right? And here comes my aunt. She notices all the stuff I have in my hand. She's like, "What's that?" I said, "Oh, I bought something for somebody on Valentine's Day." And she saw the bear. She's like, "Why are you buying a man a bear?" And then all of a sudden I go, "Why do you assume it's a man?" And she's like, don't give a man a bear. And I was like, it's not for a guy.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Who's it for?" I said, "It's for my date on Valentine's Day." She said, "A man." And I was like, "No, a lady. I'm going out with a girl." I started stuttering. I was like, "Come on."
Yeah.
So that really got me thinking, like,
Auntie got no faith in you.
none of my family does.
Yeah.
And then it made me think, bro, like, do I like, how do I even tell them? They just don't believe it at this point. And now they're saying it so much that even I'm confused. Mm-hmm. And it just makes me think that I should come out. I might as well just come out and say, today is a great new episode of the Cookies and Cream podcast, guys.
I thought you would go a completely different route with that. I thought you were actually going to say something like, "I'm in love with Dylan. We've been hiding our relationship for months now." And
the minute I got to come out, I started losing it.
Yeah, I saw that. You did good though. That's great composure. That was better than me last week. But yeah, so what is today's episode?
Today is, I think, 22.
It is 22. Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Which will be your age in a couple of months.
Oh, I didn't think about it like that. Yeah, only about 5 more months ago, but halfway there. And, yeah.
Oh, and just to let you guys know, we got a new image today.
Black History Month, baby.
Yes, sir. This is a great two black guys.
Me and Jamari from a very long time ago.
Indeed.
Actually, when we met in elementary school, as you can see, Jamari was getting bullied, and
Dylan was trying to show me his wiener for some reason. What the hell, buddy? What were you doing?
I thought that would have been the only way I could have possibly cheered you up. You looked like you were so down, like you just needed some hope, some gratification.
Yeah.
I thought if I were to show you my minuscule penis and you would have some faith in yourself.
You know
what I mean?
That's fair.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate that, buddy.
Yeah. Too bad we can't do that on a playground now, or else we'd probably both go to jail for some reason. But
I don't even think kids can do that to other kids these days because they become pedophiles. How easy is it to become a pedophile? Think about that.
It's pretty easy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And can you become a pedophile at any age?
No.
Really?
Yes, because
if I'm 13
okay.
and I have sex with a 10-year-old, I feel dumb. But if you're 13 and you're dating a 10-year-old, can't you go to jail for that?
Can you go to jail for that?
Because you're technically a teenager dating a child.
You can go to jail for doing...
Or a juvie, I'm sorry.
You can do certain things that could possibly bring you to jail, but I don't think...
I mean, you're 13, you don't understand the concept of sex.
13 is like, what, 8th grade? I'm pretty sure you kind of know. There's 13-year-olds.
I was 13 in 9th grade. Oh, that doesn't help my case.
No, that doesn't help your case.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think really all that it takes for you to become a pedophile is for you to be over the age of 18 to be attracted to younger minors.
Right. So you can't date a 16-year-old, a 15-year-old when you're 18?
In certain states, in certain scenarios, you can.
Yes, I was going to say, that's like, because I only date 3 years younger than me, tops. Wait a minute. I'm trying to think what's 3 years younger than... Okay. Yeah, no, that's perfectly fine. They're still adults.
Yeah, at the moment. But so let's say when you were 20.
Ah, yes. Yeah. Yeah, they probably want to hand out well.
Yeah, you're going to jail.
Wait, no, wait. What's 20 minus 3? That's
17.
Yeah.
Why do you have to ask that?
I don't know. I'm not good at math, bro. I'm not a mathematician.
That's so simple, though. What's 4 minus 3? Come on, bro. Come on.
What? 1?
Yeah, 1. Okay.
I had to think about it.
You're not. I know you were not that bad at math.
I mean, I used to take advanced math. Sure.
Yeah, you told me that you were bad in math, but I don't think you were possibly ever like. You can answer what 4 minus 3 is in a second.
Oh yeah.
Don't hide it. Don't hide it. All right, but to go back to what we were saying, so No.
Okay. Let's change the subject from weirdos.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's not talk about pedophilia.
That's a deep subject.
Great start to the podcast.
You know, like I really don't need to. I don't need to be reminded of my past. Like, I mean,
Okay, yeah, so later after this podcast, Jamari is going to show me Rush Hour for the first time since I've never seen it before. You know, the film with Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker, and apparently there's like four different Rush Hours?
There's 3, but they're coming out, they're planning on making a 4th.
Still?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Well, go ahead and tell me, like, or tell the audience, I guess, like, why you recommend Rush Hour so much.
Okay, so Rush Hour was literally one of the very first cop detective movies I ever saw.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, honestly, I didn't know what to think about it. I thought it was going to be some generic cop stuff. And I've never really been a big fan of the police. And it's not because I'm black. It's just, back then, those kind of shows didn't interest me or anything.
Yeah.
You know, I was more of the superhero kind of guy. Like, that's all you'd ever catch me watching.
You know, I used to want to be a cop.
I believe it.
When I was, like, a lot younger.
I believe it.
Yeah. When I was like in elementary school, and then maybe like a little bit in middle school, I wanted to be a cop.
No.
Yeah.
I wanted to be honestly, I never everything I wanted to be back in like elementary and middle school was like an astrophysicist, and then eventually that changed, and then I wanted to do pro skating when I got introduced to skateboarding.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say now that when I was in elementary school, maybe even middle school, I had no idea what the fucking astrophysicist was. So. You had very high dreams as a youngster, I'll say that.
I did. But also, like, I had a lot of advanced curriculums back in Christian school. Because I took civics in the 4th grade. And I also took economics come 3rd grade.
Yeah.
Then we did cursive writing and phonics. They didn't even call it math. It's phonics.
What the fuck?
I don't know. I didn't like that name.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't like that.
Yeah. Which is weird because phonics technically means, like, English. Phonics, like alphabet.
Oh, that kind of makes sense in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they also threw like letters into our number thing. Come 4th and 5th grade.
So like algebra, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I hate Christian school. Like, frankly, if you go there, you tolerate it. You're better G than me. I got so many fucking detentions.
Did you guys have to wear uniforms too?
Mm-hmm.
That's terrible.
And they used to have casual Friday. You know, you come in your regular clothes. But I bought so many uniforms, I didn't have regular clothes.
That was all you had?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Look at you looking all proper and shit.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I feel like as I get older, though, it's like, of course, the cop idea has, like, faded away, for sure. But now it's like, sorry, I'm just watching other people. Yeah, get let into his room. That was really weird. The detective keeps popping up in my head more and more, and now I'm thinking about, like, a serious career change and just going to try to become a detective, so like study like forensics or something.
Low-key, if you did that, I would join you.
Yeah.
We could be a duo.
So do you have to be a cop to be a detective?
No. You could be a private investigator. All you would need is a license.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And so who hires you at that point?
Anyone.
Anyone?
Mm-hmm. Or you could be like if you're a private investigator, you can also do consulting as well for police.
Consultant?
Yeah, where like if there's a case that they have a hard time solving and you have a good enough track record, then they call on you for some extra assistance. Or if they're low on detectives, like because of layoffs or something, they would call some consultants and pay them to help solve those kind of crimes.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, that's why there's so many TV shows based off of consulting.
That is true. You're absolutely right.
But then again, those guys are like once in a lifetime geniuses.
I think just Detective Wolf has like a certain ring to it. It's like, who can be the next Sherlock Holmes? Oh, you got Detective Wolf.
I mean, hey, bro. But that's why I loved Rush Hour so much. And then the dynamic between the two characters. I was just like...
It's just like...
It reminded me of me and my brother.
Yeah.
So I was like, shoot, man, I see myself.
In like a racial way or like a...
Yeah, kind of. Like we used to be kind of racist towards each other.
No, that's how... Wait, I'm sorry. What race is your brother?
Oh.
Yeah.
He's mixed. He's black and white.
Okay.
So, like, part of him's white. Yeah. And I'd always clown him for that.
For the longest time, you thought you were white?
I did. But then again, I also thought that he was one of my biological siblings.
Gotcha. So you just joked him for being a lighter shade than you?
Yeah, because like you look at him and you look at me, and that dude is light. Like he ain't even a light skin, bro. He a lighter skin.
Like albino or like
borderline.
Borderline albino. Okay.
But you know, you can tell it's still black.
Yeah, of course.
But like that dude's skin is crazy white.
You know what? I think I looked this up like not too long ago too. But can white people be albino? Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Is there albino?
I feel like at that point you would just look like Kirsten Stewart, but with white hair. Because like her skin is so bleached and scary.
You don't have white hair. You just have like blondish hair, right?
Well, yeah, but that's for if you're black. I don't know what it is.
Because albinoism is just like the lack of melanin.
Right, and you have melanin in your hair.
Right. But do white people have melanin in their skin, or is that?
I think you guys have like really low. It's like low testosterone.
Yeah.
It's there, but it's not abundant.
Right, of course. Yeah.
But yeah. Plus, the way they hated each other in the beginning and then slowly become friends. Definitely me and my brother.
Yeah.
Well, one of my other brothers.
Like, so if we became detectives at least, and we could have
we could be like Psych. Yeah. Sean Spencer and Gus.
We could have that interracial detective dynamic duo.
Yeah, and they were best friends since childhood. So
yeah, I'll be like, oh yes, I'm Detective Wolf, and this is my lackey, my sidekick, if you will.
Wait, and Gus is technically the sidekick, but he's also the smarter one. Well, kind of.
Yeah, but
Gus has random knowledge about everything because he does everything.
Right. I'm the smartest one between us two.
Yeah. So you'd be the Gus, and then I'd be the Sean because I got some crazy good observational skills.
Yeah. Just like switch the colors, and we have everything that we need.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not only that, but like.
What were you gonna say?
I don't know. I have some crazy deja vu, but.
Oh, deja vu. What are you feeling deja vu for?
Just this conversation that we've had it.
Really? Dude, I swear to God, is this like the first time you've ever experienced deja vu or no?
No.
Dude, deja vu is like one of the craziest things in the world, especially like, okay, the last time I experienced it, right?
Yeah.
I had this dream, and in the dream, like I was talking to my coworker at like Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
And like just at one of the tables and everything, right? And then it's like the next morning, I wake up, I go to work, and I'm sitting there with the coworker, and we're talking about like exactly what's happening in the dream.
Yeah.
And like in my head, I was like tripping the fuck out. I was like, wait a second, this really just happened. Like extreme deja vu.
You want to know?
It's such a weird feeling. So I was like, Katie, I'm gonna stop you real quick. Like I'm feeling like extreme deja vu. And I was like, I don't know what to do after that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, is this really happening? Because I think it's so much weirder when
it's also the same setting and everything.
And I know it's just like completely like supernatural, and there's nothing you can do to truly explain it. But I can say that I've experienced this. I think you have too.
Oh.
Where something happens in your dream, and then it happens in real life, and then what is the explanation for that? Like, because there's no other possible explanation than you saw the future.
Yeah.
But like, how can you confidently say that? And without trying to sound crazy, right?
Okay, so I'm gonna be real with you because this happens like a lot. Yeah,
right.
Like every dream I've ever had eventually comes, to fruition. Mm-hmm. So it's like this. It's like basically because remember we were at Marco's house. We were at the pool.
Yeah.
And then we started having that conversation about work, and then I outright just said that certain name, and it clicked for the both of you.
Yeah.
I'd already had that conversation with you guys.
Really? That's insane.
I said it. So it's like, I think what it is dreams are just like, sometimes out of nowhere, you can see like variables. I don't think you're seeing the exact future. I think what you see are just certain scenarios that can happen based off of maybe what it is that you're thinking by the time you're going to bed. Like for me, I watch a lot of Psych episodes.
Right.
So me eventually having the conversation about this on a podcast just kind of made sense to me. I just never knew when it was going to happen until it just did.
Yeah. But I feel like every time that I've had that happen to me, it's like everything happens like picture for picture, word for word. Like there's nothing that changes.
Oh, even me looking at the camera was dead in the deja vu. That's why when I looked, I started laughing.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
So my biggest deja vu moments were okay. So no illegal content here, right?
Of course.
the 2 times I seriously like tripped out on shrooms, right?
Yeah.
I saw them in dreams before I even tripped out, right?
Yeah.
Which caused like in like insane amount of panic, right? Because so the first time I seriously tripped out on shrooms, I want to say it was either like a week or 2 before it. I had the same things happen in my dream, right? Where obviously I was on a shroom trip in my dream, and I knew that.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, it's just a dream, right? So things that happened in my dream and in real life I remember like I started panicking, right?
Yeah.
Because I had a really bad shroom trip. I definitely freaked the fuck out. I tripped out. So I remember at one point I was panicking so bad. I went to my room, and this is just like the worst case of events to happen when you're on shrooms too. But like I was trying to just like flop down on bed, lay down, and stay still, right?
Yeah.
So I remember I had my phone, and I was calling my dad because I was like, nobody was home, right? It was just me.
Yeah.
I was freaking the fuck out. So I turned my phone on my bed, right?
Yeah.
And my phone slid between the wall and the bed and dropped down and fell on the floor, and I couldn't get it. So I was like freaking the fuck out when my dad was on the phone, but I couldn't talk to him because my phone went under the bed, right?
Yeah.
So I remember having to get on my floor, crawl under the bed, and grab my phone, right?
Yeah.
And then just sitting there talking to him on the phone. When I was talking to him, I couldn't understand, I didn't understand English. Because I guess I was that psyched out.
Oh, it was the Rock Bottom episode of SpongeBob.
No, it wasn't. Okay, it wasn't even necessarily like that. It was just like I could not connect even a single word or 2 words together, right? I was trying to listen. And like I couldn't form full sentences. I had to speak kind of like the Hulk, right?
Yeah.
So like dude, but this stuff all happened in my dream at the same time. At the same time it happened in real life. So all that stuff was happening still. And I'm sitting there like, wait a second. Like, I know this was in my dream.
Yeah.
So, like, how is that? So I got stuck in, like, one insane time loop because I was like, I got so fucked up that I thought that I had completely escaped reality. And that I was actually, like, stuck in some type of glitch in the Matrix. It was really just...
Was this also the night you were watching Guardians 2?
Mm-hmm. No, wait. Guardians 1.
Guardians 1.
Guardians 1. But yes. How'd you know that? Did I tell you?
Yeah. No, well, you didn't tell me that part. But
Yeah.
you told me, because I remember we were on PS4 call for a sec.
No, that was a whole different night.
Okay, that was a different night.
Yeah, but I was watching Guardians 1 during my first extreme trip, right?
Yeah.
And that was weird too, because legit, when I was watching Guardians 1, the scenes were just like, it was like, again, like I said, like a time loop, right? I would see something happen, I would see something else happen, and then it would like go back in time and restart.
Yeah.
Shrooms, I will not recommend that shit for anybody. That shit is scary, extremely scary, right?
Yeah.
But then the second time, the same thing happened as well. We're like, before I even took shrooms, I had this dream, and yes, we did play on PS4, and yes, I did get off because of you, and you fucked my shit up, right? So you don't understand. After having like the worst trip of my life ever, I decided I'm going to take shrooms again, right? And I get the call from you, and you're like, nightmare. Dude, I go ahead and say, all right, Jamar, I'm going to go ahead and get off before this gets any worse.
Yeah, because you had said something to me, and I don't remember what it was, but I didn't take it very well.
Yeah.
So I just started going, nightmare.
Right. And the second I get off, I look inside of my head, or I'm like, oh, shit.
Oh, you said you were too fucked up to play Fortnite. That's what it was.
Well, yeah, but also but you started making it worse by doing that.
Yeah.
So as soon as I got off, I turned around, I looked at my closet, I'm like, fuck. I said, it's happening again. But all that shit happened inside my dream too, right? But this is the thing that I remember the most, right? There's nothing that fucks me up more than hearing my phone go off when I'm on shrooms. Because just like the sound of like the phone vibrating gives me so much anxiety, and to see who's going to be on the screen and whatnot, because like I'm not in a condition where I can like normally talk to you.
Yeah.
I'm so like beyond fucked up where I don't even know what's going on anymore, right?
Yeah.
But all that stuff happened in the dream. And here's the thing that fucks me up so much, right?
Alright.
So I had the dream, of course, way before I even went on the trip. One of the things that I remember seeing in my dream was a text from somebody who I used to work with, and it was like, Happy New Year's, just be safe, right?
Yeah.
So it meant absolutely nothing to me because it was in a dream. The day that I took shrooms, that we were playing Fortnite together, was New Year's Eve.
Oh yeah,
dude. So just like the recollection of it all happening and like just the puzzle pieces connecting, it's just so fucked up to me. Where like deja vu is insane. But I keep calling. I even wrote down in a notebook somewhere. I wrote down like a little fucking like message to myself while I was on shrooms and shit, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like I call shrooms the deja vu drug because that's all I feel, and I don't understand how I haven't taken shrooms since, just because I feel like it makes me up so bad. It's just terrible.
That's why I stopped doing edibles, bro.
Yeah,
Messing me up.
Yeah, no, dude, but it's just it gives me like this weird feeling of deja vu that I just can't ever explain to myself. And if you give me time, I might be able to find where I wrote the message to myself, because I think I DM'd it to Maddie, if I'm not wrong. We were talking one night. Yeah.
I keep a dream journal just every time I dream, just
in case. Right. Now I still have dreams that don't make sense. It's like obvious that it's not real at all. But since I've taken shrooms, that was like just the two most notable moments for me. You know what I mean?
See, I stopped having like just normal dreams at this point.
Right.
Every day, man, I'm always faced with it. Just something I already saw. Because it freaked out it freaked out one of my coworkers. Because apparently I have this annoying habit of walking past someone and then they just not know I'm there.
What do you mean?
So like, let's say you're sitting like in that chair and then I unlock the door and I'm walking and I walk past you and you just get scared like the fuck out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Because like I didn't even hear you walk in, bro. So like people can't hear my footsteps.
Right.
And it freaks the crap out of them. And
I will say that there will be times where you like pop up like right behind me, and I definitely don't see it coming at all.
Even my aunt doesn't know, because she'll be telling me to do something, and I'm like, I already did it. She's like, when'd you do it? I said, like, literally 2 hours ago. I walked by you even. And she's like, what?
Yeah.
And so here I go, and I walk by one of my coworkers. And then all of a sudden, man, they're like, God, bro, I didn't even see you there. Because she turned around with the smoothie, and there I was. It was like, what the?
Right. So do you feel like in some type of sense where it's almost like a superpower? Or do you feel like more like maybe just people don't care about you enough to know?
Sometimes I like to think of it as both.
Yeah.
But also, the minute it happened, she just goes, what the? She's like, God, we gotta. And then I said it at the same time as her. I just went, put a bell on me. And it's the first time she's ever said it to me.
Yeah.
And she just looked at me, kind of confused. She's like, have I already said this to you before? I was like, no.
But you saw in a dream?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, bro. Like, my coworkers already thought I was weird because I didn't say anything my first, 2 weeks working there?
Yeah.
So when that happened not too long ago, I think that's just going to reinforce that belief.
I think maybe there is a sense where there's some type of higher power of energy that we can reach in like a spiritual way.
We're the main character.
Or psychic. Or yeah, we're just main characters. How about that? But until one day that maybe somebody can venture further into this, or maybe it'll take our lifetimes to reach, just to even try gaining a simple understanding of something that's supernatural and can't be explained by scientific terms.
True. But then again, even supernatural things can be explained by science. There's
only in TV shows and movies.
No. I mean in real life too. Because there's some rule of law that I can't remember the exact name of it, but basically a lot of scientists believe that a lot of super advanced technology can be mistaken for magic at some point in time. And then certain human phenomena, like psychics and things like that, all that technically is the use, the percentages of the brain, how that's technically kind of considered a myth. They do believe.
Yeah, that is okay. I have heard about that. It's like apparently like it's the humans only use like 9% of the brain's power.
Yeah, they say that at some points in time, based off of certain stimuli or situations and things, you can unlock just a little bit of that higher percentage power.
Right.
And then that's where some people, like psychics, think they come from. Because sometimes a psychic can be right, and then they don't really know exactly how they're right, they just go away. They just go along with it for either the recognition or whatever.
It's just like a message that they get somehow.
Yeah.
And what? What do you think? Like,
but it's really just like maybe observational skills because advanced observation does exist in the world.
One Piece reference.
It is, but it actually, like there are people like they're called hyper observatives.
Mm-hmm. What? I've never heard of
that. Hyper awareness is something that does exist, and very few people can really have it.
Right. Okay, that's interesting. So, can you try to explain like hyper awareness to me?
Okay. Yeah. So basically, you can either be trained for it or it comes naturally. So let's say I didn't know you out of nowhere, and this is the first time we're meeting, and then all of a sudden I look at you, and it seems like I can read everything about you. Like I know your exact personality. Mm-hmm. I can even say like what you had for breakfast, things like that. And in your mind, you're wondering, how do I know that?
Yeah.
So then here comes the explanations. It's like, I'm trying to think of a really good one. Basically, from the smell of your breath, I can identify what you have for breakfast. Based off of your clothing, I could base any general assumption off of you, and at least 3 of them could be correct. I could look at your ear or some small part of your ear and tell that you've had some sort of mistakes with your earrings, things like that. You know.
What is that? What do you mean by that?
Like you've made a couple mistakes with those earrings before you actually got them right, didn't you?
What do you mean?
Because remember the one day you put it in and you started bleeding?
No. Okay. So that was completely different, right? I used to have studs in, right?
Yeah.
So with studs, you have the front part, of course, the actual stud itself. And then you have the back part, the connecting piece. Yeah. So what happened was, and this is actually crazy because I don't understand how this happened, right? I guess I was just wearing them for too long or whatever. The back piece, the part that holds the stud in, my ear grew skin around it. Ooh. So the back piece was physically inside of my ear. And my grandma had to get tweezers
and pull it out
and pull that bitch out. Yes, dude. Yeah, that part was because so I remember. Because it was going on for a while at least, where I had them in my ear. But I was like, dude, I kind of want to take this off. And then I would just try to tug on it. And it didn't even feel like I was tugging on it. It felt like I was tugging on skin. So I'm like, oh, I'll just eventually get to it, right? Yeah. And 2 more months went by. I was like, fuck it. Today's going to be the day where I change it. And I'm like, that hurts. Damn, just trying to pull it. But it won't move. It won't twist or anything. Yeah. And I can't really feel it. All I feel is my skin. So I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and take a picture of this. Took a picture of it, looked at it up close, and I was like, it's inside my ear. I don't know how that could even happen, but I guess I might have been wearing it too tight or around my ear. Yeah. But still, that gives me so many questions now, because how does skin just grow like that?
It just does that.
Yeah, but it's not like I tore off any skin, right? Wouldn't the ears stay the same?
I don't know. There's just certain things that just can't. I used to have more teeth than normal. I don't know how to explain that either.
Oh yeah, because you have extra set of. Is it molars or is it the other ones?
It's
the wisdom teeth.
It was a set of both.
You had an extra set of both. Yeah. That is really scary when you think about it.
Yeah. So the day I got my wisdom teeth pulled, they pulled out about 6 to 8 teeth, extra teeth, and I was like, "What the." That's why my wisdom teeth surgery went on a lot longer than it should have. Yeah. So I was out of work a lot more, and then I come back to work, and everybody's got pay raises except me. And then they're like, "Well, we put your raise in there too." I was like, "No, you didn't." Right. I got the pay stuff. You didn't do that.
Yeah, it's fucked up. That's crazy to even think about, you know.
Yeah. That's why I hate Chick-fil-A. But past the past.
Yeah, you're past it.
Everybody's got tons of weird things, but that's also hyper awareness though. Because one of the reasons I found out about it was I was watching shows like The Mentalist and Psych. And in Psych, technically speaking, what Sean does is hyper awareness. Yeah. Which I thought was super cool because that's why people thought he was such a psychic because his observation skills were just that good.
Yeah, I've seen an episode or two. Yeah, I get that. It was kind of like Superpowers in a way where everything's slow mo. He's putting the pieces together, blah blah blah.
Yeah. No, it's just a dope show, bro.
So I need to watch it.
Yeah. Honestly, though. Yeah. The more you watch, the more you'll realize, bro. We're Sean and Gus.
Really? Yeah. Okay, I'll put Psych on my list. Okay. All right. I'll see how correct that is. Would you say that you're more of a Sean or you're more of a Gus, and who's who basically?
Okay, so I think at times I'm definitely a lot more of a Sean, and you're a lot more of a Gus because Gus really he's over Sean's antics a lot.
Yeah,
and it's super funny too. And then sometimes I think I got a little more of that Gus in me.
Yeah,
and you got some of the Sean. So
would you say that you're Among Us? I'm so sorry.
That's so beautiful.
That was terrible.
That was awful. Okay, so I'm thinking question of the day today.
Oh, I'm excited.
Oh yeah. So let's see. Every now and then when I'm on Instagram, I always see just stupid videos, and then every now and then there's a video that pops up that makes me like really think. So one of them that I saw recently had to do with so it's one of those, it's not technically a podcast, but it's like two dudes that just kind of sit around and talk and shit. And he brought up a really good question. So basically, one thing that us guys like to do is we love to look at imaginary scenarios, right? You know.
Sure.
So
do you think that can be anybody though?
Well, no. Well, yeah, it can be anybody, but who does it more than dudes? Because like a scenario happens and the dude's like, "Yeah, man, I've imagined this like 1,000 times." Like you imagine saving people from a school shooter, and you have like an epic shootout or something like that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, why not?
Yeah. So my question is like, what is the weirdest yet also kind of coolest
imaginary thought I've had?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think when I used to play basketball a lot, and I did be there practicing and shooting. One of the situations you always put yourself in is like, oh, game winning shot, like final 3 seconds, like crossover, fake, 3, 2, over Kobe Bryant, shoot, score, or miss. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I feel like. That's like one situation, but I don't know if I've ever had one that's like, oh yeah, let me go ahead and save the school from the school shooter type of thing. Like, I could definitely do it. I'd be a hero in that situation.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll be real, bro. The one I just started thinking about got me giggling because I used to think about this a lot in high school. Because I used to, like I said, I watched so many superhero shows that it just at this point comes naturally to me.
Yeah.
So I used to imagine that, like, the day that I go to prom or something.
Yeah.
And while we're at prom, all of a sudden, these dudes come in out of nowhere. And, like, they're locking the doors, making sure no one can get in and out. And then all of a sudden, you hear one gunshot. Bang, bang. And then they're getting everybody together. And I'm thinking to myself, like, why would I even think to imagine this? And then all of a sudden, the guys are like, we're here looking for one very specific person. And then they start holding up a photo of me. I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm
Right.
Because at this point, it's like maybe I witnessed something I shouldn't have witnessed. I don't know. I had the ever-fabled main character in me.
In what situation would somebody ever really be looking for you?
I don't know. That's even funny.
Hey, where a gunman would actually be looking for you.
Well, it was only one dude with a gun. All the other dudes, they had like pipes and chains and shit.
Oh, okay, some Arkham City type shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like some real Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ass villains.
Yeah.
So I was just thinking to myself, like, oh, that kind of makes sense. And then all of a sudden, this girl comes in. And it was a girl that I knew back in Christian school. And I fear this girl with every bone in my entire body. And I know this is going to sound made up. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we don't want to hear it. You're just making this up. But there was this girl that used to be, I used to think she was cute. And I told her one day, and then, we had one of those little elementary school kind of romances.
Right.
And she used to...
Sorry.
She used to
We made eye contact and it was really weird.
It was beautiful. I thought she had fucking mushrooms. But,
Please don't mention shrooms, right?
So then, that was the girl that was there. And, like, this girl, she used to weird the shit out of me. Because she's one of those obsessive type girls. And we had one of those back when I went to one of my other elementary schools, my public one. And that chick's name was Olivia. And she used to scare the crap out of everybody. But
Not used
because she used to have a crush on like every dude, and it. Okay. So at some point, this girl from Christian school did something that just it made me extremely terrified of her, because that was technically the first time anyone's ever. I don't really know how to say it, but kind of forced themselves on, not like that, like that
for sure, yeah.
But like the whole grabbing you and kissing on the cheek, like it was just weird-ish to me.
Yeah,
always wanting to sit by me no matter what.
You were a victim.
I was. It's not the first time I've ever been a victim.
Yeah,
and it certainly wasn't the last. So. Wait, it was the first time. It certainly wasn't the last time.
Your life matters.
It does.
Yeah.
But anyway, she popped in, and she's like, "Yeah, I want to find this guy." Blah blah blah. I'm like, "Oh fuck me," because I still have nightmares about that girl. But
that's funny. And
I always think that some people you meet in your life, you'll eventually see them again at some point. So that's probably why she popped up. And then,
hopefully, maybe one day.
Yeah, maybe one day. So then. She also brings this big portly fella, which I come to later find out is her dad.
Yeah. And
then all of a sudden, bro, like this is where it starts getting goofy. Like this nigga pulled out with some Doc Ock type like tentacle shit.
Yeah, like spider arms in a way.
Yeah. But it was like tendrils. And I was like metal tendrils. I was like, what the fuck? So then all of a sudden, bro, they start going around hitting teachers, making sure that no one's trying to be a hero, bro. I sneak out, or I try to sneak out, and then I creak the floor. These guys start looking at me. They take the photo, they look at me, they're like, yeah, that's that guy. And
by the way, I don't know whoever did your hair, they did a really good job.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it was a really good haircut.
Thank you. Yeah. I kind of did the...
Well, yeah, I know that.
The sides.
The sides look nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, he hooked you up.
But, then these guys start fighting me. And I have taken martial arts. So I started using it, but I started doing shit that I've never done in my entire life. Like doing backflips and shit. Like I had this down to a T. And then all of a sudden, bro, it just keeps getting funnier. Yeah. One dude takes out a grenade and throws it at the fucking ceiling. And then the ceiling collapses on me. Everybody's like all my homies, they're just looking. They're not even crying, bro. They're just looking like shocked as shit. Like, damn, we just watched this nigga die. And then all of a sudden, bro, because I always listen to music while I'm in the shower, because this is where this thought occurs the most. Yeah. The music hits. And then all of a sudden, bro, I'm getting out, pushing the debris off me like I'm fucking Spider-Man or some shit. And then I just crack my neck. Music starts getting more intense. And then I'm like, you guys are fucked. I don't even know what just happened. Yeah. And then all of a sudden I got superpowers and shit, and I'm saving the damn day.
And you're going crazy.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. Is this a dream or is this more like an imaginary scenario?
This is an imaginary scenario. Like, shit, what if one day I got superpowers out of nowhere?
Yeah. I think that'd be great. I would love to have superpowers and everything like that.
Yeah, it was always a weird scenario, and I'd always think about it. I'd always watch out for the signs that maybe one day it could happen. Yeah.
Which, by the sounds of it, maybe we do have potential.
We do.
Maybe one day something will activate and whatnot. But
we'll be just like Mob Psycho.
Yeah. No, but going back to your the imagination questions. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like I let it take over because I'll be daydreaming a lot without even realizing it sometimes. So I'll be doing past scenarios in my head and whatnot.
Oh, and that's the worst.
I'll just be stuck in my head, just daydreaming, gazing off and whatnot. And I'll say something in my daydream, but I'll also say it in real life too. So I'm repeating a conversation. I think about what I should have said or what I could have said or blah blah. I say it out loud. And then when it puts me back in reality, and somebody who is next to me or something what'd you say? I'm like, oh, sorry, no, I just say something I was talking to myself, blah blah. But it just happens a lot where I'm too stuck inside of my head and I'm daydreaming without even fully realizing it. And I feel like that's the weirdest thing too when you're daydreaming and then you gaze back into reality and you're sitting there damn, that just happened. Okay.
I got a real life example of that. Yeah. So one time I was daydreaming in the middle of abnormal psych.
Yeah.
And this was the day This was that day. So basically,
what do you mean by that day?
I'm about to say it.
Okay.
So I'm daydreaming and shit. I don't even remember exactly what it was. It actually was normal. Whatever I was daydreaming about.
Yeah.
Because I think I was daydreaming about the girl in our psych class that I really liked.
Mm.
And I was just daydreaming about the whole first date thing because I hadn't asked her yet. And then all of a sudden, bro. Oh wait, because that was the day I was supposed to go on a date with her, like right after that class.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I snap back to reality when I hear "What the fuck" from the dude right beside me. And I look back, and all of a sudden, bro, there's a Vahana on the screen, and I'm just like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. It was genitalias of both sides after sex change surgery. Yes.
Yeah, and I swear, bro, we were absolutely terrible in that class for laughing.
You guys were. I was not laughing.
You started crying. I saw tears.
No, hold on. No, you are actually so making that up. Dude,
I'm not making that
no,
up.
because I was trying.
You were holding it in.
No,
bro.
you are. No, you're making
were
it up.
holding
You're
it
making
in.
it up. No,
you were.
dude, I was.
Why are you smiling, nigga?
I'm not smiling. I'm being so dead serious, bro. Okay, I might be smiling, but I'm being so dead serious, bro. No, dude, because it was like a serious topic. There was no reason to be laughing. So, of course...
Oh, we started talking about pedophiles, too.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. That was a crazy day, bro. That was a really funny day.
No, because that's also another reason, bro. Because you were... Yeah, they have, like, this theory that pedophiles are left-handed. And you're like, hey,
No, because the professor brought up the specifics, right?
Yeah.
Because pedophilia is, I guess, like a mental disorder.
Yeah.
Instead of just calling it, like, it's a crime. It's also a mental disorder. But the professor was, like, bringing up the statistics, and it was, like, 70% of pedophiles are left-handed. I'm like, damn. I'm like, Jamari, you're left-handed. And remember how you started off this podcast, right?
Yeah.
All the clues are clicking together. And y'all see that.
Come on, I'm not left-handed.
This is in like a few more weeks. This is just about to be the cream podcast. We'll be doing cookies and cream podcast from jail phone.
No, so. I'm not built like that. I like women my own age. I like. I don't know how to say this without sounding weird. I like them when they're developed.
Okay, cool.
Which is it only happens when you're older.
Dude, you can just say I'm into adult women. That's so much easier. That sounds so much less weird.
You know what? I was panicking, bro.
Next topic.
Okay, anyways, yeah. So then I'm daydreaming, and then I said something else that class, and all of a sudden you two start going because it was that stupid. Whatever it was I had said.
Yeah.
Because I remember I think she asked if anyone had any questions. And then, no, she was talking about sex. Mm-hmm. That's what it was.
Yeah, hold on. Bring it down a little. Yeah. Bring it down. I'm pretty sure we got people on the left and the right.
Yeah, it's fine. We started talking about sex. And then all of a sudden, I was like, oh, I've never actually had sex before.
Okay, yeah. Dude, you did that. That was pretty funny.
And she went, oh, yeah, we know.
Wait, I forgot about that. She got your ass. Damn, I forgot about that.
A teacher disrespected me that heavy, bro.
Oh, I loved her, though. She was great.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That was one of my greatest daydreams, bro. Because I was daydreaming, and all I hear is, what the fuck? And it was snap back to reality.
Yeah.
There's a penis on the screen.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that was wonderful. Shout out to if y'all get the chance, bro. Psychology is a really fun class. Abnormal Psych was really great, but they changed the name of it.
They did. It's a developmental psychology. I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. No, it might be. I know. I think.
Because I remember I signed up for a development.
Vincent might be taking it right now. I might have to ask him.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we did a Q&A last time.
That is true.
And we weren't able to answer all your questions because some of y'all asked questions way too late after we already filmed. Yeah, definitely. Marco and Elijah both sent in questions. And they sent in some pretty good ones, so I think maybe we should start off with the let's go ahead and start off with Marco's first.
All right.
And Marco's first question was ideal car ?
Ooh.
You have an ideal car?
So I do.
Mm-hmm.
I've always wanted an Audi.
An Audi, okay.
Yeah. I think I want to say one of the RT models,
Mm-hmm.
and it's such a beautiful car, bro. Like that's what I can see myself driving in the future.
Yeah.
But like, if we're talking about like what kind of ideal car do you see you changing up to in just a few years? Definitely like just a normal Honda Accord, but like a newer model.
Yeah.
Because any car I have has to have a GPS in it.
You mean like Bluetooth GPS when you can just use your phone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but I'm not gonna put I don't want to do like the phone on the hook thing and all that.
Yeah.
So like I want what my aunt has in her Lexus. You know, I can connect my phone to
the touchscreen dashboard.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I wish I had that. I don't. You know, no matter what car you can get, you can put that in. It just you have to do a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I don't want to do. I'd rather it just be in the car.
Because they sell them at Walmart, but they sell them for a lot. So it's like $700 plus.
Dang.
Yeah, it's pretty expensive purchase.
You know, I'd rather it just already be built into the car.
Yeah, and not have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like, Mom gives me control over that, too, or I take control of it sometimes, and she doesn't know. Because I can also connect my music towards the Bluetooth. Because she uses the radio. She doesn't even understand how to use that car. And eventually, I think she plans on, like, trading that up, and I might wind up with that Lexus. But I kind of don't... I mean, I'll take it, because a car's a car.
Yeah, absolutely.
But at the same time, bro, it's kind of a girly color. That's
Wait. Isn't her car like tan / gold?
It's beige, yeah.
I had a tan and gold car before.
Yeah, but yours was like a darker tan.
Oh yeah,
this is a lighter tan.
Yeah, you're right. My Ford Taurus, rest in peace.
Also, the
Shelby.
Lexus.
Yeah.
So
couldn't afford a car, so she named her daughter Alexis. Kanye West said that. Inspirational. Yeah.
But yeah, an Audi. Or
yeah.
One other really good car that I think of is I used to want a Fiat.
A Fiat 500, like the tiny ones. Why? I mean, I get it. I think they're really good for smaller gas tanks and whatnot. I don't really know too much about car details and whatnot, but I'm pretty sure there's a good reason for them. But just to say, if you were to ever get into a car crash in one of those, you will get squished and you will die.
Yeah, that's the only reason I can't be in a tiny car.
Yeah.
But the only reason I thought about it is because, like, aesthetically, that kind of car is pretty cool. Because think about it, you drive that shit around, like, internationally. That's got to be amazing. Like, the vibes of it have to be immaculate. Like, I'm riding through Italy in a fucking Fiat. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, I think in Italy, all they do is drive Fiats and, Vespas, the little scooters.
Yeah, I even named that bitch Luigi.
You just get a green one? Yeah, okay. No, dude. I think my grandma used to drive something like that, and we used to get bullied for it. Because everybody used to say that we used to pull up, me and my cousin used to pull up in this little lima green car, and so they'd like rely on me. Yeah. You know, I remember there was one time, this was so stupid. And so it was middle school. And like, I was in a class with a bunch of like preppy white bitches. Yeah. All like daddy's money as hell and whatnot. Probably turned 16 and all got whatever car they wanted.
So me and Christian school.
Yeah, pretty much. And I remember there was this one girl that was like, she was back in 8th grade. There was a trend that it was like that song that goes like, my ding-a-ling, my ding-a-ling. Dude, that shit, yeah, that shit used to piss me off so fucking much. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna drop the name. I'm like, Grace, that shit's so like annoying. And it's like, I hate it. And she's like, I hate your car. I'm like, okay. I was like, I don't have a fucking choice.
You could have said, I hate your face.
And it's like, it wasn't even, yeah, I could have said that, something like that. I was like, it's not even my car. It's my grandma's. But no, still, fuck that bitch. Fuck you if you're listening, Grace. Yeah. So I don't know. But I guess my dream car would probably be something like, I'm not really much of a car guy or anything, so I can't really say. When I was a kid, I always wanted a Silverado. Ooh. Like a truck. Big guy, Silverado truck. Yeah. But as I grew older, I kind of like more of like the old school cars. So now that I like look back at it, I think I had when I got my new car, there was like two choices: to either get the Buick or get like a old school Cadillac. Ooh. And I swear to God, a Cadillac would have been so nice. But if it's like for a low price, that means that there's probably something wrong with it. And Cadillacs, like it's what was it, like luxury car? Yeah. So like you'd have to spend more on parts for it and everything like that as well. Yeah. Yeah, but I feel like if I could get anything, I'd get like a polished like old Cadillac. If I'm thinking right, I hope I'm thinking about Cadillac.
Low key, bro. I'm starting to think that I might be. I don't know what that terminology is, but I got too many rich people thoughts, bro. Because I've the kind of cars that I've been in are usually the kind of cars that I think about a lot.
Yeah.
Because a lot of my family members, they either drive a Mercedes or they'll drive a Lincoln. Because you remember that white Lincoln that used to be parked in front of my house all the time?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was Grandpa Walker's car. So it's like, that was the car that I just always thought about too. Because I was like, shoot, if I don't ever get my Audi, I might strive for that Lincoln. I don't know. And
Lincolns are nice.
It's so beautiful, and the seat heating in them is incredible.
It's amazing.
It is the greatest thing you will ever feel, because like it doesn't just do just the seat; it does like the back part and even the headrest heats up, and it's like dope as shit.
Mm.
So like, if I definitely get an Audi, I'll definitely want that kind of things, but I'll never drive a Tesla.
Like a heat. You want like heat seats? That's really all you want.
Well, the touchscreens, and then I'm also going to put my own little spin into any car that I get.
Yeah.
Where I'll install like the lights on the floors of the cars. You know, like those lights.
Like the LED lights.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, so that way the car, like the inside of the car, lights up any color.
Mm.
Yeah, so if I get a blue car, the interior will either be blue, red, or purple. And then, I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah,
like my car is
that's a sick idea. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess time for the next question, right?
Yeah.
And I think Marco meant this one for you.
Okay.
So he wants to know how big is too big.
Well, recently from Drake Shaboing Boing, I like to think that his missile's a bit big, a little too big. Like I don't think I can handle that kind of weight.
Yeah.
Like, finding out Drake has a bigger one than me,
did it like put you down a little bit?
I mean, it's Drake, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's the zestiest motherfucker I know, and I mean, if he's got it,
he's putting it to good use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. I like to kick my feet in the air while I'm on calls with my homies.
I need the maximum. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I'm gonna be real, man. The certified love stick. That I think that might be a bit big.
Certified love stick. That's crazy.
8.5 is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Anything higher than that is. I used to think what I had was a little too much, especially because when dudes get morning wood, it's hard.
That was gonna be my answer. Was like. Jamari, whatever Jamari size is, that's way too big. I can't handle it all the way.
All I'm saying is, like, my only concern about it, like, you could live your life with it no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
The only problem is, because we're guys, we have morning wood,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the hardest thing you can ever do. Pun intended. The hardest thing that you can ever have.
No, yeah, because it's a quote. Where it's like waking up is the second hardest thing in the morning.
Because also you have to try to pee with that, and that's the hardest thing too. Because like it's straight. What are you gonna do,
dude? I swear to God, it's so much worse on weekends when I got like nothing to do. Because I'll just wake up
and it's there,
and it's like raging, and I'm like, bro. Like, what am I supposed to do? I can't walk out to the living room like this.
Nah, bro. It's the worst thing because I remember I had what I like to call delayed wood, which basically is like first thing in the morning. It doesn't show up first thing in the morning.
Yeah,
but it will show up later in the day.
What do you mean?
Well, like later in the morning. It doesn't show up first thing in the morning. It'll show up like a couple hours like into the morning.
That's just a boner.
Is it?
I can only imagine.
Okay, because that happened to me in class. Like it popped up out of nowhere. I wasn't even thinking about anything. The girls in my class, I mean, they're cute. They weren't like that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it happened while I was giving a presentation, or like it happened before I stood up for the presentation, and then all my homies were just looking at me, and I didn't realize that they could see it. Like it was that noticeable. So like I like to think in my mind, that. If it was Drake's size, the entire class would have seen it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I'm glad that I'm both glad and kind of creeped out that only my homies saw that. Well, I'm glad they saw it, so I can cover it. But it's weird to me that that's what they saw.
That's absolutely true. I feel very comfortable whenever my homies see my meat as well. So I'm glad
you don't, Mr. Skittlebag.
I'm glad that we don't talk about the Skittles. The Skittles bag.
No, but like
that was a fun day.
Anything higher than 8 or higher than 8.5 is insane to me. Like 8 is fine.
I guess we wouldn't necessarily know.
We wouldn't
because we've never taken it before. But to all y'all in the audience who have, please let us know your opinions. How big is too big? Sorry, Jamari might just not make the cut.
What do you mean? If anyone's not making the cut, it's you.
No, I'm talking about like you might not make the cut, as in like you exceed their limits.
I don't think I'd exceed anyone's limit.
Oh, okay. Would you think I would? That's so sweet of you.
Of course.
That's so sweet of you, girl. I love you. All right, let's see. The next question is also from Marco, and it's going to be, what is your favorite pizza topping?
I'm going to let you go first because I'm getting hate with what I say.
Okay. Really? You think so?
I will.
Okay, so no, I'm gonna get hate too, low key. But this is how I like my pizza, right?
Okay.
I'm specifically a cheese pizza guy, right? And sometimes I get extra cheese.
Yeah.
But what I put on it is mostly garlic powder.
Okay.
And then also red pepper flake toppings.
Why would anyone hate you for that?
Because some people are gonna call it basic. It's for being a cheese pizza guy.
I mean, it is basic, but at the same time,
it works. If it works, it works. I mean, I still like pepperoni, but it's not my first choice.
Right.
And then sometimes, like recently, if places try it or places have it, they will have like chicken pizza, or they put chicken on top of pizza.
Oh,
right?
when we went to Pizza Box.
Yes. Well, that was the first time I've ever seen like fried chicken on top of pizza.
Okay.
Because other places just do like baked or grilled or whatever they do, right?
Yeah.
So I just get chicken on top of pizza. But also, like say like if you go to Why Not, you can get like actual like garlic, pieces, garlic cloves, whatever they call it.
Yeah.
On top of your pizza. Instead of having like garlic powder, you have garlic itself, and I still fuck with that as well.
You know, I don't think I've ever actually eaten like garlic cloves before. Because every time I do it, I either mince the garlic or, dice.
No, yeah, it's probably diced garlic, but still, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I was about to say like a full garlic.
No, not a full garlic.
Okay.
Yeah. I just didn't know what to call it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's yours? You're basically like mushroom, anchovy, olives.
You know I hate those.
Okay, yeah.
All right. I may love seafood, but I hate anchovies. So my thing is I really like broccoli on my pizza. Yeah. I don't know, man. Like broccoli's pretty dope.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah. So I got 4 tops.
Yeah.
Pepperoni, because for the longest time I thought pepperoni was like fake meat, and I still like to think it. Please don't correct me. All right. Please don't ruin my streak.
Yeah. Okay. Because I remember we did have like a heavy discussion about this because you're so-called pescatarian.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, you get pepperoni pizza. And you're like, pepperoni's not real meat.
Yeah, it's artificial meat.
No, it's not.
It's gotta be.
It's pork.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to crush your dreams.
Anyways, and then I do like pineapple on pizza. The first time I ever had it, I was very skeptical about it.
You like pineapple on pizza?
I do. And now, before you say anything,
no, go ahead.
You got to keep in mind, I am technically of Hawaiianish descent.
Finish the podcast by yourself. No.
It's fine for me, Dylan.
No, it's not. It's not.
I'm Pacific Islander. It's fine for me.
No, it's not. You're not even listening. I wrote a whole essay about this.
You wrote about America colonizing.
The greatest essay of my life, right?
Yeah.
Yes. It wasn't even... America colonized Hawaii and profited off of their tropical fruits, such as pineapples, right?
Right.
Hawaiian pizza wasn't made by a Hawaiian. It wasn't made by an American.
Right.
It wasn't even made by an Italian.
Right.
It's made by a Greek man.
Oh, so unless I'm Greek, I can't enjoy pineapple
No. It's just the whole thing is a fraud. And that's what I hate about it.
I don't mind that.
It was a Greek man who used an Italian cuisine mixed with a Hawaiian fruit and profited off it.
So you're saying that if I, as a black man, wound up creating a new revolutionary taco, then I'm technically a fraud, even if I'm not Hispanic?
Yeah, because that's some sort of podcast. I'm not going to. I can say that afterwards, bro.
Yeah, see? There you go.
Oh, what'd your What would your revolutionary taco be?
I have no clue, but that was just the idea.
All right. I have an idea, right?
Okay.
So I've never seen the taco with fried chicken, right? And maybe do like watermelon drizzle over it.
Okay, nasty. No, that's racist. I was gonna say fried chicken tacos already exist, and you just made it worse.
Yeah.
But
I was just giving you an idea.
Of course.
Yeah, I just came up with that in my head.
So pepperoni, pineapple, broccoli. I'll never combine these things together, though. I will say that. If anything, I'll combine broccoli and pepperoni, but not pineapple and broccoli or pineapple and pepperoni.
Yeah.
Pepperoni's got to be by itself. All right.
Okay, yeah, I respect that.
Well, I can combine it with some.
Wait, I'm so sorry. Did you just say that you could eat broccoli and pineapple on the same pizza?
No, I can't. Okay. The more I think about it.
You could?
I've never done it.
But you could?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know how that sounds. It sounds terrible. You know what was crazy? Because they even mentioned it. Did you ever see the movie by Pixar, Inside Out?
Yeah.
And that was like one of the first things was they moved to San Francisco, and it was like the girl hated everything about San Francisco, and they went to a pizza shop, right? Yeah. And it's like, oh, sorry, we only sell like broccoli on pizza. And it was a huge fit for them. They're like, what the fuck? San Francisco sucks. How can you only make pizza with broccoli? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So well, I can see your opinion already does get a lot of hate.
Yeah.
So I can see what you mean by you'd get a lot of hate for your opinion here.
Yeah.
But you know.
And then of course I do love normal pizza, but with pockets of feta combined with also red pepper flakes and garlic powder.
Yeah. Okay.
But then there's one other thing that I really like, and it's Creole seasoning.
So on top of pizza.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
So it would be all of those in combination, and
yeah.
then I'd eat that. Oh, and like parsley.
Parsley, yeah. Does parsley even really count as like an ingredient, or isn't it just like a leaf?
Oh yeah, but you can have you can sprinkle parsley.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure people just do that for like decoration to make it look fancier.
Yeah, but it also tastes pretty good too. At the same time, yeah.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I've had parsley on pizza before. I just can't remember.
Yeah, so those are like the only 4 kind of pizzas you'll ever see me eat.
Yeah. People in the audience, I would love to know what is your favorite pizza topping at the same time.
Wait, you and Marco gave me some hate the last time we went to Why Not too, because I got broccoli on my pizza.
Did you? Was that even an option?
It was. I was surprised by it because I had a root beer and then I had that.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. That's just. I don't think that's the right thing, right? I mean, yes, to each their own, but. Yeah. I just look at you, and I don't look at you the same anymore after that. It's like we were like best friends, but now I'm trying to figure out who the fuck are you. So that's it. But for the next question, right? This is a really good question.
This is an amazing question.
Philosophical question, in fact. Cereal or milk first?
It's got to be cereal.
It's got to be cereal.
So whoa. Here's how this goes.
Yeah.
You put the cereal in, the milk first, and then whatever milk you have left in the bowl, you put cereal on top of that. And if it, doesn't cover much, then you would add a little extra milk.
Yeah. I forgot that was actually the correct answer. Because so here's what I do, right?
Okay.
I pour the cereal first, and I pour no milk.
What?
I don't do milk.
You just eat dry cereal?
I eat dry cereal.
What's wrong with you?
Dude, talking about, okay, you get hate for the last question? Yeah. I received so much hate for this question right here, right?
I can see why. Dude. Wait, what kind of cereal, though?
Any.
You fool.
Any, I can't.
The only right answers for that are Reese's Puffs or Cookie Crisp.
I can't do Cookie Crisp.
Those are the only reasons you'd ever eat dried cereal.
Here's the cereal that I would eat dry, right?
Okay.
Chex cereal.
Okay.
Life cereal. Frosted Flakes.
What?
And pretty much every other cereal in existence.
You had me with Chex. You lost me with the other.
I don't like regular milk, and I just can't put milk into my cereal.
Why not get chocolate cereal and pour chocolate milk in it?
That's too much.
The milk's already gonna turn chocolate. You're just almost taking out that.
I think it's also like more of a texture thing. Like I can't imagine like eating like soggy cereal.
The cereal only gets soggy if you let it sit. Like if you pour out, like if you make the cereal and then you walk away for like 10-15 minutes.
Why would you do that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the only reason your cereal would get soggy. Well, also, my family does that.
Yeah, but no, I can't, bro. I just don't like melted cereal.
I
just eat it dry. In fact, I don't eat it dry. I pour water in there instead.
Okay, you're a fool.
I actually
you got to remind me.
Instead of water, I just do Diet Coke in my cereal.
I know you're lying.
Yeah, I
lie. I can't. I used to eat cereal dry because those tiny little mini boxes But that was the only reasons I did it.
Oh, like the ones that, we used to get those for like elementary school lunches and whatnot. And maybe in high school? I can't remember how high school breakfast used to work. I just used to get
they used to just do whatever.
Yeah, I feel like that is true.
They always had those waffle packs.
They would always have, the waffle pack. Dude, those things sucked.
They did.
They would have like honey buns sometimes and whatnot. And
I brought my own syrup once.
Did you?
I put it in a little cup and I brought it with me.
Because they give you like the smallest little bit of like syrup. And it's not enough for them dry ass waffles. Mm-hmm. It's like really cheap, stale, like Belgian waffles. And it just tastes so bad. But yeah. So I guess we finally answered. We will agree to disagree on both of our last two questions, right?
All right.
But the next one is, I think Marco was asking this one to me. But I'll go ahead and let you answer it.
Okay.
Who was in Paris?
Oh, that's a tough one.
That is a tough one.
Because there's like a lot of people in Paris.
There is a lot. There's all types of Parisians.
Yeah.
French people.
We don't like the French, though.
But
unless you're a watcher of the Cookies and Cream, then we love you.
Okay.
I want to say
that's not racist?
No, it's not racist.
Okay.
Being French isn't a race.
Yes, it is.
No, it's a nationality.
It's ethnicity, right?
It's not an ethnicity. It's a nationality.
French. It's not an ethnicity.
What's the dictionary definition of ethnicity?
You want me to look it up?
I do.
Okay.
I'm genuinely asking. I'm not using this something.
Ethnicity, the quality or fact of belonging to a population group or subgroup made up of people who share a common cultural background or descent, such as French.
Does it really say such?
It doesn't say such as French, but that's the definition.
Okay.
You could easily add such as French to the end of that.
Well, look up, is race and ethnicity the same thing?
It's race. You know what? Our race isn't even different, Jamari. We're all humans.
I think you just ended racism.
No, for real. Like, dude. Wait. Why is racism called racism?
It should be ethnicityism. Well, probably because you can't say that.
Yeah,
I couldn't say it.
Yeah, I don't like that either. Culturalism? No, I don't think that sounds right. It sounds like a
study. No, culturalism is something else entirely.
It just sounds like a study.
It is.
Yeah. Racism. Hold up. Because if I look up race definitions, it could be like a competition in which two racers.
Exactly.
Oh wait, that's exactly what it says. A competition between runners, horses, vehicles, boats, and hold up. A strong or rapid current flowing through a narrow channel or sea river. Wait, so why is it called races then?
But see, also at the same time, when you take like when I did a job application, it didn't ask me what my race is. It asked me my ethnicity and then my nationality.
All right, so this is apparently the definition of race.
All right, hit me with it.
Each of the major groupings into which humankind is considered to be divided on the basis of physical characteristics or shared ancestry. So when we really think about it, race, ethnicity, it's the same thing.
Yeah. So that's why usually then you just disputed my point.
Yeah, I answered a question. There really is no difference.
Right. Yeah. So ethnicity.
I thought there was.
So it would be nationality. Yeah. Because that's what they ask you when you do job applications or any application. They ask you what your ethnicity is, not necessarily your race. And then they'll ask you your nationality.
Should we really be divided by race when we're at the end of the day? Really, we are all humans.
Of course. Because I mean, like my ethnicity is African American, Ethiopian African American, and Pacific Islander Melanesian.
Right.
And then my nationality is technically American because I grew up here, but I wasn't technically born here.
Right.
So I mean,
So at the end of the day, what you are trying to say is, I don't know. I lost my thought. I had something in my head before that. Oh, okay. So what you're saying at the end of the day, Jamari agrees that all lives matter.
Of course.
Damn,
my teeth are white.
Damn. Okay. Next question.
Okay, yeah.
All right, that was the last one from Marco, right?
Yeah, all right.
Elijah asked 2 questions, and he goes, "This is a good question. This is on more." Oh wait, did you ever ask the question? Who is in Paris?
Niggas.
Okay. I'm glad we'll both agree on that one.
Okay.
He said it for me. Where do you want to be in 10 years?
So 10 years from now, let's see, I have 2 more years of college, and then it's on to the job market. So I would say in 10 years, I see myself in Canada.
In Canada?
Toronto, specifically.
You want to go back? Okay.
Yeah, so, like, my thing is, that's where I feel like going to Canada to be an actor and producer and stuff is far easier than going to Hollywood.
You could be in Degrassi.
I could be the next Drake, yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, because Hollywood, it's nothing but corruption and assholes and things like that. But you don't really hear too much about the Canadian industry, though.
Well, I feel like a lot of, I don't know.
But a majority of shows that you grew up with are Canadian. Also.
What makes them Canadian? More so than the fact that they were filmed in Canada, or
the fact that they were both produced and made in Canada, and not a lot of actors, but quite a few of them are Canadian. Because you can even hear it in their speech, when they say sorry or things like that. Because I didn't realize it until more recently. So many shows that I grew up with were made in Canada. Like, I'm trying to think, because I think 2 Nick shows were made in Canada.
No, man, I think we talked about this during the cartoon episode.
No, I know, but I've recently found out. I think Drake and Josh is one of those Canadian shows.
Really?
It was just, they said something one time that sounded very Canadian.
I know iCarly mentioned Canadian bacon a lot.
Yeah, and
that was really weird. Why did they do that?
Yeah, and Henry Danger mentioned destroying Canada, and so did Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah, why did everyone destroy Canada for?
Well, Canada is amazing.
Right. So why does everyone want to destroy it?
Because we're too amazing.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. Wait, Canadian Nick shows. Okay, there we go. SpongeBob is Canadian.
You don't really.
Oh, that's the broadcast.
You don't really mean that, right? You're talking about the Broadway? SpongeBob the musical?
Yeah, I just read that wrong. Canadian produced shows. So let's see, Max and Shred. Paw Patrol is technically it's a Canadian produced show.
Is that what you want to star in?
No, I don't want to star. I want to be a Power Ranger more than anything.
Okay.
Low key, there are 3 Power Rangers, I think, that came from Canada. Let's see, the Backyardigans, the Troop. I used to love the Troop.
Backyardigans. Okay, I used to love Backyardigans.
Are You Afraid of the Dark was made in Canada. Degrassi is Canadian.
Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Degrassi.
Max and Ruby.
Oh.
Damn, holy crap.
A lot of shows.
Mr. Meaty. I fucking hate that show. It's such a passion, bro.
Mr. Meaty?
That was some nightmare fuel.
Was that like the claymation one of the 2 guys who worked at the fast food place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That show was terrifying as shit.
Absolutely. Bro. Yeah. Dude, don't even.
Yeah, Paw Patrol's Canadian. Okay, that's about it.
That's it. But I see what you're saying. Maybe there's a little bit more opportunity with the less side of corruption.
Yeah.
In Canada. And yes, I think that's a beautiful idea. Especially because, if I'm not wrong, I think that's where a lot of film festivals are held.
It is.
Because Canada it's pretty, cultural diverse too. Between, I know half of Canada is
Irish, French.
Yeah. And then you have, European side and then you have, Asian side as well.
And then you also have the American side of Canada. Because there are...
What is that, right above New York?
I want to say, yeah. Closer down to the States, it's Americanized Canadian.
Yeah.
In their accents. So, unless they say certain words, you wouldn't even know they're Canadian.
Really?
Yeah.
What's crazy is, with I think if you have a New York ID, you're pretty much, granted access into Canada. You don't need... you know how most people need, passports to cross the border and stuff like that?
Yeah.
If you have a New York ID, I think you don't have to.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
And also, I think Canada's just got... Not that I'm saying I hate America, all right? I love Captain America.
Healthcare.
Yeah. Well, I hate our healthcare. I will say that.
Well, that's what I'm saying, Canada.
I don't even care if you put a black man's name on it, bro. I don't want the care.
Yeah. Obamacare.
Yeah. So it's in my eyes...
The only thing I care about is Care Bears.
True that. You just reminded me of a girl I used to know, bro, when I was a kid. And anytime you made her angry, bro, and I can't make this shit up, bro, she would give you the meanest look and just go, Care Bear stick! And I hate laughing at her because I could tell she had
there's some mental going on.
Yeah, she was basically a real life version of Kat from Victorious, bro. There was something up with that girl, and she was so. Yeah, bro, she was so idiotic, bro. She poked her eye out with the pencil.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Damn.
One day in class, she was just going like this, rocket shit, just out of nowhere, and then all of a sudden we hear her scream. And she poked herself in the pencil, and her eyes bleeding.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, she didn't lose the eye or anything.
Yeah, but that's terrible. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
It's gross.
Yeah, so like when you said Care Bears, I just started thinking about
Care Bear stinger?
Care Bear stinger.
That's amazing.
I swear, I love that girl so much.
Yeah.
Bro.
What about in terms of like family?
In family, I can at least... So the way I like to live principle-wise is if I date someone for more than 3 years, then I consider marriage.
Yeah.
So I can also technically see myself with like maybe a girlfriend that I'm thinking about proposing to. Because I feel like after 3 years, I feel like 3 years might be perfect amount of time.
Yeah.
Because anything higher than that, I don't know. And frankly, I also have another thing where like... This is going to sound really stupid. But you know how some people don't really do marriage? They say if you live together for enough time and have kids together, you might as well just be married.
For sure, yeah. I feel like that's common thought in a way.
Yeah.
If you have kids and you live together, yeah, why not?
Yeah, I feel like I can't have kids until I'm married. Like, we're legally married. Like, I have to have, like, a wedding and
of course,
make it official.
I think that's how, like, a lot of people plan it. But sometimes, things happen.
Yeah, like, if we have kids before actually being married, I will literally propose to you on that spot. Even if the 3 years isn't up.
Yeah.
But I don't see that happening.
So you're saying, like, say, like, you meet this girl. Mm-hmm. Let's say, I don't think you're a one-night stand type of guy. No. Well, let's say it ends up becoming like a one-night stand type of thing. 3 weeks later, let's say a month later, 2 months later, you get a text from her, and she goes, "Hey, can we talk?" Y'all talk. She's pregnant.
I will propose to her.
You would propose to her.
Yeah.
Let's say you don't even know anything about this girl besides y'all met up for one night.
I don't
care. Y'all made love.
If I don't care, I can't have a kid out of wedlock. I won't do it.
Okay, it's respectable.
Yeah, that's one of my only things, bro. Like I don't even have sex with. That's why I don't do one night stands. I don't have sex with you unless we're in some type of a relationship.
Right.
So.
Excuse me, but yes, that's very, very respectable, and I like where you're going at.
So I see myself in Canada, good girlfriend, nice job.
You're trying to beat the absent parent allegations.
Oh, most definitely, bro. I'm gonna treat my kid far better than my parents treated me. I'm gonna treat them like the way my aunt treats me and my cousin and all that. So
like this morning.
Okay, definitely not like this morning. That tyrannical thing that happened this morning was insane. And I don't tolerate that. And, I mean, my family never spanked me. Mm-hmm. So, obviously, I won't be doing that to my kids. So, I'm going to live a pretty good life in 10 years. Okay. And then I come down for the high school reunion. Yeah. I see all the people that have, 5 kids by now. Yeah. They've been married since out of high school.
I hope that we don't do no high school reunion. What's the point of a high school reunion?
You get to laugh.
You get to reunite with everybody you saw in high school.
And let them know how, think about it. If you were a complete loser in high school reunion's the first place you'd want to go.
Is it?
Yeah, because, think about it. You were a loser in high school and you're successful now.
I feel like
you want to rub that in someone's face.
I don't feel that. I feel that if you're more ego boosted.
Well, again, it is kind of an ego boost, but also at the same time, the friends that you lose contact with that you really didn't want to. Yeah. Perfect chance to.
But at the same time, I feel like there must have been a reason. If you don't if you lost contact with a person you liked a lot or a major friend, then that means either one side did not care all the way to keep the contact,
or something happened to you.
Yeah, or that too, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess it all depends on the situation, but. No, I don't. I think really, if there was a high school reunion, I think I would show up, be like, "Man, this shit sucks," and then I would leave.
Yeah, but if anything, I honestly would like to show off just how well I did after high school. Because I'm not gonna lie, bro. Every time I see someone from our high school coming to Trop, I feel so bad, bro. Because they don't know anything about me, so I think their only assumption is right after work, I wound up just working a regular fast food job, which is technically true, but I'm also in college, right? And you wouldn't be able to get that picture.
Yeah, because there's only 3 routes: either workforce, college, or military. Yeah. So there's everybody you see is one of those.
Yeah, and I don't post much on Instagram, so nobody knows half the shit I do.
Right, I guess that's true.
Yeah, so that's why I'd want to go to a high school reunion. Just kind of show what I did do. Especially because I had a few teachers that I think started doubting me. Yeah. When I started downplaying just how smart I was, because one of my ROTC teachers, I took a test that I hadn't even shown up to class. I studied, I think, literally while I was in the class, like 5 minutes before we started taking that test, and I passed it with a complete grade. And he was surprised. He's like, "Did you cheat, Grace?" I said, "No, sir, I didn't cheat." He's like, "Are you sure?" I said, "Pretty sure. I mean, if I was cheating, you would definitely know. I'm not very good at it."
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah.
So yeah, he's like, "Wow. I mean, okay. Took you 5 minutes to pass this test, and you got the best score out of your entire classmates who probably either didn't study or studied too much."
Yeah.
So it's like
go with honey, because it's like my boy's just wicked smart.
Well, also I don't like people knowing too much about me.
Right.
So, I downplay a lot.
Oh, okay. You say that, right?
Yeah.
You don't want people, but then you're like, oh, I can't wait to go for the high school reunion to tell everybody about my awesome life.
Well, I'm not going to tell everybody everything. I'm not going to walk up there and give you my social security or tell you that I lost my virginity to a prostitute or something like that.
That's completely different. It's completely different.
I'm not going to go there spilling everything about my life. I'll just tell them, what my job is. I have a family, and that's it. Leave it at that.
Okay, I guess that's true. You're right. You're right. So yeah.
What about you? 10 years from now?
Okay. 10 years from now, right?
Okay.
It's a very scary place in my head. I don't even want to know what 10 years from now is like, right?
Okay.
The way I would love to idealistically think of it, right?
Right.
So I wanted to have kids by the time I was like 19 at first.
God.
That was like, dude.
What is wrong with you?
Dude, because I wanted to be young with my kids at the same time.
Okay.
But, no, idealistically, 10 years from now,
my mom.
I will be 31. That's crazy to think about, right?
That is insane.
And the way I would love for it to turn out is I have a wife, beautiful, loving wife, probably like 2 to 3 kids by that point. Nice house, nice job. I'll either be in the midst of my acting career or in the midst of my NBA career, one or the other.
Of course.
Yeah. Or just something, man. Of course I would love to work in the movie industry somewhere, but you're right. At the same time, I don't want to go deep into it where all this Hollywood corruption and stuff has taken over my life, and I'll have to star in some movie like Tom Holland where, he's getting railed by men at a party.
Yeah. Or where you're Zendaya getting railed by 2 dudes.
Yeah. No, but it's crazy to think about at the same time, really, how corrupt like Hollywood is, because Tom Holland, after that movie, like you see him in interviews and stuff. He's like, yeah, I just really I don't want anything to do with Hollywood and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But nobody ever talks about it because it's not going to get any coverage.
Until who talked about it.
Who?
Fucking Cat Williams.
Mm-hmm. But at the same time, everybody sees Cat Williams as like, oh, this crazy person or whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But that's true. No, like a lot of, Cat Williams has definitely done like a lot of comedies and stuff where he like even talks about it and say like Hollywood is the evil place and whatnot.
Yeah.
But no, it's not really a big picture across America. I don't think everybody has the same mindset.
That's true.
A lot of people just think, oh man, like I want to get famous and be on like Hollywood and everything like that. So there's probably a lot of evil things that are going on in Hollywood that you would probably have to take part of at the same time. So
see, that's why I have 2 things in mind. That's why I'd rather act. I used to say that I'd rather be famous than rich, but I truly don't. I truly don't want that life anymore. Like after seeing what people go through these days, like TikTokers that chase clout and shit, I'm like, I'd rather be rich and no one know who I am.
Yeah. Also, I feel like Hollywood and LA completely changes people at the same time. Because I used to see this trend on TikTok for a little bit. It was like, oh, like innocent, like Instagram, like social media stars.
Yeah. And
like how they have changed drastically since like moving to LA. Like I think there was this one kid who like his name was like Cardigan Boy or some shit like that, right? And it was just like a nice looking guy, probably like from like the middle part of the Midwestern part of like the United States, probably like Nebraska, Idaho, somewhere like that. Like he was just like, oh, nice little country boy. And then moving to LA and changing his life, and now he's like this huge like fuck boy type like swag demon or whatever. But so I definitely don't want to be involved with that stuff at all.
Yeah. But I can never be a fuck boy,
just to be like truly live a happy life, be in the midst, maybe travel a little bit.
Oh,
I feel like traveling would be a big part of my future. At least I hope it would be, dude. But I feel like, dude, it's like it sucks because it's always like one or the other. I feel like it's either you can either go down the family route or you can go down the solo route of like traveling to all these nice places and whatnot.
You could be a passport bro.
Passport boy? Yeah, that's true. I'll get my baddie somehow, right?
Of course.
That's true. Maybe I'll find love when I'm doing my adventures across the world.
But you also have the money for that.
Yeah, I'll have to, yeah. But maybe at some point we'll be working these jobs where we can do that at the same time, maybe a little bit after college, who knows?
Yeah, or your career path could specifically involve you having to travel.
That is true. Because deep down, it's like I've only been passionate about like two things, right? And it's like movies and like cinematography was like the second one, but the first one was basketball, right? So even like I know like, I couldn't be like a player or something like that. I've always wanted to kind of like somehow still remain in the basketball world. So like if I was like a scout, an NBA scout, where I could go like an international scout and go across the world and see all these like future prospects, like there's this kid from Nigeria, the next Joel Embiid, or all that, and just travel the world, go watch basketball, find young studs, bring them to the life, bring them to the NBA.
That's cool.
Be a part of their journey as well. So I feel like, yeah, because Adam Sandler made a movie about it, Hustle, where that was his job and everything, where it was like his character wanted to be a coach.
Yeah.
But he was, for the longest time, like he was a scout. And like the guy, like the part of the organization, like the GM was like, yeah, I'm sorry, I don't think we'll ever like want you as a coach, but like find me like a really good international prospect, and boom. And like the whole movie was about him bringing this kid over from Spain, watching him grow into the NBA and whatnot. So yeah, so watch that if you haven't. But yeah, I just feel like that'd be. I'm at this point where I really don't know what I will be doing in my future career, because I feel like once again there's too many options and whatnot.
Yeah.
But fuck it, we'll just have to wait for 10 years.
Yeah, fuck it.
Like where a lot of people would wonder like where I would be if I never won this award. I guess we'll never know. Yeah, I love Kanye West, all of that.
Bro, 10 years is gonna go crazy too.
Yes. So if I'm not wrong, there is one more question up there. Elijah asked, I know his thoughts on the Sigma/alpha male content taking over social media platforms and how it affects people.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you go first with that one, because I got some deep thoughts on that shit.
For now, I will say most of it doesn't really matter anymore. Like, yeah, I feel like it was more bigger, like maybe like a year ago, especially when Andrew Tate was taking over the internet by storm, right? I think there's both pros and cons to it. Pros, it can cause some good entertainment, like that video of the one kid in his class. And he's like, I am the alpha. Yeah. I am the alpha. Like, I don't have to listen to you.
And I'm the teacher.
And the teacher's like, okay, well, I'm the teacher, and you have to listen. The alpha has to listen to the teacher because I am the teacher. And then the kid was like, just acting a fool.
The alpha surpasses the teacher.
Yeah. I don't think there's necessarily anything too toxic about it in a way. I think if you want to live your life more confidently, then you can maybe go down the so-called alpha male role, if that's just what you want to pursue. Because at the end of the day, it's your life, it's your choices, and I've never really felt the need to go for all that attention or power the so-called alpha needs in his life. And beta is kind of like just like what, it's just supposed to be like a weaker guy. Yeah, no point in that really either. I don't know if anybody really chooses to be betas unless they have like, some weird sexual kinks where they love to be demolished, or not demolished, but what's the word? Diminished in a way. They love to be what's the demoralized? What's the word I'm looking for?
You know what the word you're looking for is.
What is it?
You want me to say it so you could be like, how do you know that?
No. I mean, so that.
Dominate.
Yeah. Okay. In a sense, dominated too. Yeah. I think that might be the word. Yeah. But just in a sense, what's the other one where it's like Sigma? It's like the alpha, but like more human-like capabilities or like emotions. I don't know. I don't keep up with it all the way. I was never trying to really change my life to be any one of those. So, just you do you. If that's what you want to pursue, just do that. I don't think I can't really say anything too bad on it. I think there was a lot of things that, especially when Andrew Tate was around, maybe there was a lot of things that he said that I could actually like agree with and was like, yeah, they know that's true. And sometimes guys do need to stop being bitches, but at the same time, guys need to show more emotion as well. I feel like.
Well,
that's a lot of thing too, because I feel
actually,
like men's mental health, it really doesn't get talked about. And yes,
yeah.
it definitely there needs, like, we should be able to show more human. I did see this one clip the other day, right, where it was like, it was this girl talking about like her red flags and whatnot, and I was like, oh, I just hate when a guy shows like emotions too early, and it's like, oh, okay, that's what's up. Why can't guys show their emotions? You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get that, because like, here's my thing. I'm an emotional individual.
Are you?
Kinda. I don't really show anger much. I don't have anything to be angry about.
I don't either. I will say I get pissed a lot, but I can't really say I'm too angry.
Yeah, I get aggravated.
I can't control my anger, you know what I mean?
I get aggravated, especially because I don't like being told what to do by anyone, frankly. You know, that's why I'd rather have a job where I'm kind of in charge from what the fuck are you
Sorry, I'm trying to get the Oreo piece at the bottom.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't like being told what to do, you know. I'm very big anti-authority. You know, I feel like in life you should be doing what it is your heart tells you to do, unless your heart's telling you to kill people. Then at that point, you know, change yourself. Yeah, so I show aggravation towards that kind of thing. Unless you're like paying me, like unless you're like my actual big boss that signs my paycheck. Yeah. Only reason I'll listen to you or something. But my thing is, you know, emotions, they matter. Because I've seen videos, too, where it's like one girl asked the guy, like, you know, how's he doing and all that? And he said, not too well. And she's like, why is that? And he went into a spiel, like, his dad died, things like that. You know, he's sad about it. And then it was like a dating thing. They buzzed him out. He was like the first one gone. Yeah. And the reasoning for it was because they're like, I don't know, he seems a little too emotional. Yeah. And I was like, that's fucked up.
I saw one where it was similar to like that too, where it was like, you know, the girls almost like a bachelor type of thing, where it's like, oh, they choose over the guys and whatnot. Yeah. And they voted out this guy first because he was a virgin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I saw that one, and I was like, okay, yeah.
I mean, that's not his fault, bro. There's nothing wrong with virginity. Yeah. Should I had mine, but you know. Yeah. Well, because I used to love bragging about it, but my thing is, when I was younger, I had like zero self-confidence. I didn't really speak much. I didn't speak my mind.
And now you just don't shut up.
Like, I used to be more of a follower than the kind of person that would want to lead. Because I figured the more easier road is, you know, just follow what everyone else is doing. And it just works out better. Right. But over time, I realized that that's not really how you should be living life, you know? Especially after the New York incident, you know.
The New York incident.
Yeah, that incident. So, because at that point, I just followed along. I didn't speak my mind. Yeah. And it didn't pan out well. So.
Sorry, we got more questions, and these are some pretty good ones. But yeah, go ahead and finish with that.
So like, I feel like being on the alpha spectrum is okay, as long as you're not making it your personality. Right. Like, you can follow those principles, but don't make that all that you're about, you know. Still have your emotions, you know, don't let people walk over you, obviously. And, you know, speak your mind. Don't be too scared about it.
That is true. Because I feel like it's a common thing for people to take kindness as weakness these days. Yeah. And it's like, okay, my kindness is a gratitude of me being a human being and wanting to be like a better person, especially towards other people, because I feel like you should always give people the same amount of feelings that you want to receive back, right?
Of course.
But yes, I feel like kindness does be taken as a weakness in some cases where people definitely don't think of that. Like, oh, he's too nice.
Yeah. Because, I mean, one thing that I really realized is these days, like in 2024, and I'm in no way bashing women, you know. I love women. I respect women, you know. I'm the son of a mother. So...
That's true. Yeah. You are a son of a mother.
Yeah. So it's like... My thing is, I feel like these days women are a lot more toxic than a man. Mostly, and I say that mostly because of what I see on social media. Yeah. So it's like...
I feel like we have met toxic men, too, at the same time.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying men can't be toxic.
I really don't feel like it's more one over the other. I feel like it's definitely 50-50. Like, there are toxic men and there are toxic women, and yes. And there's good men, there's good women.
Of course. Yeah. But I'm saying, like, these days, it's a lot more out there for women to be toxic. Like that's all you really would see.
Yeah.
When you click on social media videos, like when they do those college campus interviews, things like that, they say some absolutely wild things like, "Why do we need men? You know, men are really important." I feel like that's insane. You know.
Do you feel personally like attacked?
I actually do. Yeah. I feel like even if I wasn't a man, I feel like that's something you shouldn't say.
Right.
Like in my eyes, you should never like overput one gender over another. Like when women say they want higher pay, are you willing to do, higher jobs like what men do? Because that's the reason that men get paid more is because of the type of jobs that they endure. Like construction work, things like going into sewers, things like that.
Yeah.
There was a video where they asked a woman, would she be willing to do those jobs? She said no. And they went, but you want the same pay as a man, correct? And she's like, of course. If anything, I should get higher considering what women deal with in the workplace. And they're like, yeah, well, would you be willing to do these types of jobs? And they say no. And it's like, well, what's the point in you wanting equal pay if you're not willing to do the exact same kind of jobs that anyone would do?
That reminds me, I was supposed to talk about this too, the work group chat, right? I trained a trainee yesterday.
Yeah.
And he touched my dick. It was on complete accident, right? And he was like, "What?" It was just in my head, and it was like, "How are we just supposed to like talk after this, right?"
Yeah.
So we were doing. I was showing him how to toast buns and everything.
Yeah. You could have said he has soft hands.
And one of the buns started falling, right? So I kind of caught it for a little bit, and then for a second, like I tried to readjust it. It fell. And as it was falling, he tried to catch it, and his hand just like landed on my penis for a second. And it was we just kind of, all he said was "oh," and we just kind of like ignored it. So I meant to talk about that, but I forgot about that.
That was a crazy place to insert that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So that's my personal 2 cents, because I also think that a lot more videos that surface these days are like about dating in particular. Mm-hmm. So like if you're not taking like videos where like if you're not taking me to a 5-star restaurant on a first date, then you shouldn't take me on a first date. If you're willing to walk up to me in a gas station, the least you can do is pay for my gas if you're gonna waste my time. Mm-hmm. Or my personal favorite, if you're bringing presents for your kid, you should bring presents for my other kid.
Yeah, I've seen that. So
yeah, but I feel like how often would you hear a man say something insane like that? Because you say something like that, you're bound to get bashed on.
Yeah.
So why should it be okay for one group to say something like that and another group not be able to say? Because like I don't know, maybe I speak my mind. So if I if I say something about you, that's how I personally feel, and it's the honest to God truth.
Right.
So if I don't like you, I obviously will say that I'm not your biggest fan.
I feel like
if I think you're fat, I will say that to you.
Yeah, it's true. He tells me all the time.
Yeah.
I've
said it to a girl before.
Actually, dude, I'm so proud of Jamari. Jamari has not hit me with a single fat joke since the year started.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of you, by the way.
Well, because you're losing weight, and I feel proud. Yeah.
Let's go. Big 2024, big things happening.
Yeah.
So just had to mention that real quick. But I feel like that type of stuff does happen. Maybe men do. It's just not shown. Like really, all we see from other people's situations is what's displayed through media. Like it's hard to see everybody's life all at the same time.
Because I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm just saying that it's just more out there than anything else. So when you said that men's health isn't talked about enough, I can see why.
Right. Because
it's overshadowed by videos.
All this negativity coming onto men's health.
And Sexy Red's not helping her case either. With the thirst traps after childbirth. Like at that point, that's another reason I'm like, I think women might be slightly more toxic than men these days.
Right.
But, I feel like maybe at some point in time, everything's going to get good.
What? Fuck, dude, there's so many questions. I just realized.
Well, how many questions are we talking about?
Like a lot, bro.
All right. Well, I know I said we weren't going to do the 2-hour mark, but we might as well.
We got a speed run, okay?
All right, hit me with it.
All right. This one's for me, I can imagine.
Damn.
But it's from Max.
Yeah.
And he's saying, is Max your favorite dude? Max, I will say you are one of my favorite dudes. You are one of my favorite coworkers. It's been such a pleasure working with you recently. No, dude, one of the funniest things, right? Me first meeting Max, right? I don't understand what we first talked about, right?
Who the fuck is this nigga?
Or how we first started talking.
Yeah.
But one of the things that like me and Max bonded over was he keeps doing this Riz face, right? He has the most. Max is a really good looking dude, right? No homo.
Of course.
Really good looking dude. And he does this Riz face where he just like one day he was like looking at me, right? And he goes. But he's so good with it too, right? So one of my favorite moments of working with Max, and this is honestly like a top Chick-fil-A moment ever, right?
Hit me with it.
I'm in the bathroom, right?
Yeah.
I go on a bathroom break or whatever, and I finish doing my job, finish washing my hands, everything. I'm about to leave, right? The door opens. Max comes in swinging. He goes. As if he knew that I was gonna be right at that door, right? Dude, I had to go back inside the bathroom. I started dying laughing for like 5 minutes. There's been no better moment at Chick-fil-A than I think ever. And Max is like you. He's into photography and whatnot.
Yeah,
he's a light skinned fellow.
I like
nice caramel brown. And
I might have to meet this individual.
I think Max has a really good future. So Max. You're a good dude. I appreciate what you do, and I can't wait to see what amazing things you do in the future.
Beautifully said.
You don't know Max, so you can't really.
I know. I want to meet him though.
Yeah, great kid.
Yeah.
And Marco asked, "Is One Piece worth it?"
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. One Piece is worth it.
Well,
you got me into One Piece.
Yes, I did.
And we used to clown you.
Yeah, because I was into One Piece, right?
Yeah.
One Piece, I feel like is kind of like a metaphor for life in a way. But there's like a bunch of like real life subjects that they kind of touch on, but turn into like a cartoonish like animation way.
Yeah.
Because they go over like human trafficking and also
slavery.
And also like
racism,
extreme racism. And I feel like it's kind of like an adventure, much like life is, and it's all about like meeting these people across your lifetimes who will cause impact on you and whatnot. It's all about persevering and whatnot. And I feel like the reason why you watch an anime that's over 1,000 episodes long. It's more so because you fall in love with the characters and you kind of wish that your life was something like that in a way. Like
and the stories are amazing.
Some big adventure, yes. I will say, sometimes it is too drawn out. Sometimes it does get a little
Dressrosa. You expect me to believe...
I'm sorry, I had a really great time. I think Dressrosa...
I enjoyed Dressrosa too. I'm just saying you expect me to believe that happened in the course of one day.
Oh, yeah.
Over that many episodes?
Yeah, it's like 150 episodes, but in the story, it's like one day, yeah. Absolutely right.
I was like, that's some bullshit.
But I will say it is worth it in a way.
Oh yeah.
If you can set aside the time and watch it, and of course it started off in the 90s, so it might seem like even more staler. And yes, there's a lot of filler, so a lot of things that you can skip.
9% filler.
9 or 90?
9.
Okay, 9% filler. So say out of 1,000 episodes, that's 90 episodes are filler. Yeah. So really, you can skip a few. But it's an adventure, so you have to get through the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah.
And a following question for that is favorite Straw Hat crew member.
All right, my favorite personally is between two Straw Hats.
Yes.
And I can never decide which one I like more because at times, my most favorite is Sanji.
Right.
Like I feel Sanji. You know? Like his whole feminist thing. I understand where it comes from.
He won't hit a woman.
Yeah. Because I used to have that same kind of rule. And then my sisters started picking on me, and I couldn't take it anymore, and I hit one of them, and I was like, okay, that's fine.
I can just keep doing this.
Yeah. But also, I like his character development also. Like, if you look past all the quote-unquote pervy aspects, low-key...
Or the fact that he almost died one time because of it.
Yeah. He's a really, really interesting and good character.
Right.
And he's frankly one of the more powerful Straw Hats, and it's not talked about enough.
Yeah. Well, because everybody sees Luffy's the main character, so he's like, whoever has the most power is the one who's going to be seen more. But also, you just don't see any true growth because it's like, oh, they beat one enemy after another, but when are they going to fight the strongest of the strong in the show? Yeah. Which will probably be soon because I think Oda said that he wants to end it in the next 2 years.
Yeah, because this is the final saga.
Yeah. So we will see the end of One Piece within the next 2 or 3 years.
So we got to stay alive and hope until then.
Yeah. So.
And then my other one is Brook. Because I really love Brooks. So
much. I was gonna say Brooks a common one because he's funny and he's cold at the same time. Because when it comes to actual fights, he actually, I think he's not talked enough. And when it comes to strength on the crew,
but he's technically stronger than Frankie, and I find that hilarious.
Yeah, he's just he's been around long enough. I will say the dichotomy between us is that you like Sanjay and I'm like a Zoro fan.
Oh yeah.
And, you know, the swords are really cool and whatnot, and that just does it. Also very respectful because his character development too, because he was a pirate hunter
And now
and then
he's a
became
pirate.
a pirate. Yeah. And he strives for his every crew member strives for their own goal. And so like every person has their own personal adventure as they all travel through with the crew. Like, you know, Zoro wants to become the strongest swordsman in the world. Sanjay wants to find the all blue ocean with like every type of fish or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like that. So short answer, yeah, watch One Piece if you ever get a chance. If you ever feel like that you can handle that type of commitment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next question is for Jumjo.
Okay.
Favorite Ben 10 alien.
That is the toughest question anyone has ever asked me in my entire life. So I'm going to do it by series because there's only 4.
This might be a 30-minute answer.
It's not going to be a 30-minute answer. Original series, it's between Diamond Head and Heat Blast. They're my top 2.
Okay.
Because I love Diamond Head, but at the same time, like, Heat Blast is just... He's cold, like, ironically.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah, Alien Force, it's definitely got to be fucking Wrath. I fucking love that nigga Wrath so much, especially because he's voiced by John DiMaggio.
Yeah.
Ultimate Alien is Ultimate Echo Echo. And then Omniverse, it goes between Feedback and Atomics. Both pretty dope aliens.
I have no idea what those things are.
I know. And then let's see, for Dylan, why are you so goddamn sexy?
Yeah, okay. To be fair, I don't know if that's something I can answer. Because honestly,
genetics.
I just don't see it.
No. Look, bro, I ain't gay, but like, you know.
No, okay. Because the only ones who tell me that I'm so sexy
are the homies.
Are the men. Yeah, it's only the homies. I think it's more of just a personality thing for me. I just have this aura that kind of like goes out there and everything.
Yeah,
like,
if you're funny, man, you control the world.
That is true. I'm funny. Maybe I'm not cool, but I'm cool. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, I'm unique. I'm a little bit of spice in a white boy's body.
You're acoustic.
Yeah, a little bit autistic, sure. Yeah, that's probably a good reason for that too.
Yeah.
All right. So next question is love. Oh, because you had to put that fucking message out there for love questions, right?
Well, because
we're gonna be the love doctors today.
Well, because Valentine's Day is next week.
Yeah, I guess that's
the only reason I said it.
Yeah, but we talked about Valentine's Day last episode,
which is so weird.
All right,
but it's fine.
Anyways, love question: how do you know she is the one?
When all you can think about is her, where every day, a day doesn't go by that she's not on your mind, and that you can just see your entire life flash before your eyes, and she's a part of every single beautiful moment of it.
Yeah.
That's what I like to think.
Yeah, for me at least. So it's really funny because in 8th grade sex ed, we actually got asked this question.
Yeah.
You ever played Snowball in one of your classes where it's like an introduction thing where you write on your piece of paper like, oh, fun fact about yourself, and then you throw it across the room and somebody else reads it, but you don't put your name, so it's anonymous and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
So we did that for like 8th grade, and it's like I put, like, how do you know she's the one? It's like, oh, when you guys when you guys have the same favorite pizza topping.
Okay. That's not where I thought that was.
That was mine. No.
You started laughing.
No, sorry. It was just a little silly to me. For me, it's more of like an out-of-body experience, right? Because this has only happened once for the person who I thought was the one. And it was like the day we met was like, it's probably my favorite day ever yet of my life. Where it was like the moment we met and like locked eyes and whatnot, it was like the world kind of froze. This kind of sounds corny in my head, but it's completely true. And it's what I experienced. So it was like the world froze. And it was like what felt like 10 seconds was actually like maybe like less than a second in real life. Yeah. It was like the world froze, and it was like the world was spinning around us as everything stood still. And it was, I feel like William Shakespeare was onto something when he was like star-crossed lovers. I feel like low-key that like that's how you know when you meet a soulmate, when you have this out-of-body experience. Which has only happened once, and of course that's supernatural, so it's not really true. I think maybe for every person it's different, but that's my answer. Yeah, which kind of goes into the next question. Do you have a one that got away? Yeah, that was her. Yeah. That was her. I'm not gonna drop any names, but just let's just say she's like heaven backwards in a way. Yeah, so it kind of correlates with the last answer you had, where it was like, oh, every day, that's all you think about is her. That's not all I think about, but she pops up into my head at least once a day of all the good times and memories we had.
Yeah.
Yeah, where I feel like this kind of sucks too at the same time, but I feel like every time I get in a relationship now, it's kind of like I have to try to it's not that I'm trying to compare it, but it's just the way that it ends up happening.
Yeah.
Where I'm comparing my current relationship to that one specific relationship, and yeah, not really good to say, but it's the truth. It's just the way my mind works. So
that's fair. Because I like to think that I've had two instances where I'd like to think that the one got away. One was a definite one, where it was a girl that I just couldn't stop thinking about, and she's the girl that I wound up, losing the V card to.
Right.
And I always think back to the fact of how I ruined it and what I could have just said that could have just made it better.
Yeah, but we learned from our mistakes.
Which was to say nothing. Yeah. So, I mean, you learn. And then there's one girl I like to consider the one, not necessarily the one that got away, but the one that could have been.
Which was?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people, bro.
The reason I say that is because, it was just, I guess for her it was the wrong timing. Did
we talk about her earlier, before?
Oh, we've talked about her many times.
Did we talk about her today before the podcast?
No, we didn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I don't know who we're talking about.
We're talking about...
I think I know who you're talking about, but I'm not going to... Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about.
We've definitely spoken about her before on the cast.
Okay, I know who you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like if circumstances were different, then, I definitely think she would have wound up becoming one of the ones. I'm sorry, that sounds terrible.
No, I'm not sorry. I'm looking at the next two questions. They're so bad.
I know, bro. Just say it, buddy.
Okay. Well, I mean, sorry, I wasn't going to cut you off.
Oh, no, I'm done.
You're done?
Yeah.
All right, so the next question is, have you ever had a confrontation with a friend over a girl? No. Nada. No,
it's bros before hoes.
Yeah. Yeah, so, and even then, it's like, it's not my business to really butt into somebody else's
love life.
Yeah.
And if anything, I have dated a girl that a homie has dated before, and I asked him if he's cool with it, and he was like, "Yeah, man, go for it. I don't care." He's like, "Good luck for you."
No, there's been plenty of times where maybe your friend eggs you on, "Hey, man, y'all's relationship probably isn't the best. Y'all probably need to break up." So I feel like that's happened to both of us.
Of course.
But other than that, not really huge confrontation over a girl.
Yeah.
But the very next question is even worse. If you had to have sex with one animal, what would it be?
What?
Skip, Marco, shame on you. Shame on you. Terrible question.
A human being.
Kangaroo.
What?
Oh. Dude. Okay, next question.
Okay.
Weirdest nut, the worst post-nut clarity.
This is a really good one. Weirdest one was an animated character. You guys, what's the name of that movie? The Legend of, it's El Dorado, I think.
Yeah. Okay, The Legend of El Dorado. Okay, I think I know.
Yeah, that chick.
Okay, that's a pretty good answer.
And worst. Oh my god, the worst clarity I've ever had was one day something happened. I'm not gonna say what I was doing. I'm gonna just say it was there.
Yeah.
And I just started thinking to myself,
dude.
I started thinking about what is life, and frankly, if I ever just disappeared or if I was never born, how would the people's lives around me be? I feel like they'd be significantly better. And I just started getting into that whole spiral.
Man, that's pretty dark.
Yeah, that's the worst post-nut clarity I've ever had.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. That sucks, man. I'm sorry. For me, I don't know if I can say my true answer, so I'll just have to go with it. Yeah. So for not my true answer, let's just say short people were involved.
Stephen.
And worst post-nut clarity. Definitely there'll be times where you do it and you're like, yeah, I probably need to stop doing this. Yeah. I feel like that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait, I just realized how bad that short people. No, short.
That short people.
By short people, I mean my midgets, not like young people. Yeah, so midgets. Okay. Okay, next one is dream date idea. Honestly, bro, I've said this before. I don't like just sitting down at a table. I feel like that's when like most of my awkward date is just like sitting down to eat. I don't like that. I have to keep moving. I feel like maybe once we get to a certain point in our relationship, maybe we can start doing sit down dinners and stuff. Perfect first date for me is legit just walking and getting to know the person, like a walk and talk session.
I felt that.
Where I'm not the only one asking questions, like how my last date went. So yeah.
I feel like walking somewhere in nature that's not a forest, because bad things happen in forests. But like walking in a nice park or a beach at night, and then you guys have you have a picnic during the day, and then you take a walk until the sun sets. Then you guys get a blanket
down and gaze at the stars.
Bingo.
Yeah, that's exactly what was in my head too. So I'm glad we agree on that.
Yeah.
The next one, Marco wants to know when a female guest will be added. Add some strawberries to the cookies and cream milkshake.
We're always open to a female, but we don't know anything.
No, I've had one or two who have asked to be on the podcast, and I really just don't know if I can sit with them and talk to them for like an hour like this. Yeah. So that's really big.
Wait, is it the two that I'm thinking about?
Dude, if both of the names begin with the letter M, then yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Then those two. Yeah. Probably. Maybe one day. But for now, you can find that content on our exclusive OnlyFans. Next one's from Randall.
Well, we already spoke on this one.
Yeah, we already spoke on this one. So he's going to be for a big surprise. But thoughts on the Drake leak. And let's just say, shaboing yoing yoing. That's all I got.
It's too big.
Next question. This is from my homie Gage. And I think, if I'm not wrong, the way that me and Gage met was because years ago, let's say 7 years ago.
You kissed.
No, what the fuck?
Based off the question.
No, we actually met in I think it was an Instagram comment section where it was like, yo, like, find your birthday twin in the comments, right?
Yeah.
And there was this huge group chat that was made off of all of a Snapchat birthday group that we made over just our birthdays and shit. And the group chat has been still going strong. So like we don't talk as much as like when like the group chat first started.
Yeah.
But every time our birthday comes around, it'll be a happy birthday, and we'll just it's just like it's like a nice little reunion. Yeah. And we've like in a way we've watched each other all grown. Like I want to say I was like 13 when that group chat was first made, and now I'm 21. So like it's 8 years later. Yeah, dude, that's crazy. But he wants to know who got a softer mouth.
Yeah, this is that wholesome ass.
Yeah.
I've been told multiple times.
He got nice lips, bro. He got nice lips.
I've been told that a lot.
But I've been told I'm a good kisser too. I think deep down we are both good kissers.
Probably.
Can we ever speak from experience on each other's lips?
No, I don't think.
Some would agree to disagree.
Yeah.
But for Jamari's sake, we will say no. Our lips have never touched.
Yeah.
But maybe one day they will.
Okay. Snap! Our boy, Luxury.
Yes. Okay, Luxury. I want to be my Valentine's.
Oh, sweetie.
No.
What?
No, I'm sorry. I'm
so
sorry, bro. But no, I need a woman in my life.
Look, I will say, I wish you had gotten to me faster because I'm already spending Valentine's Day with someone.
And I will be spending Valentine's Day at work. So,
yeah.
Let's go.
Okay.
Sad life stories. All right, now more questions from Elijah, actually. For Dylan, do you Jamari? Look at you fucking... You're about to graduate college and you still don't know how to sentence a sentence? Good shit, Elijah. For Dylan, do you Jamari will ever get married? Why or why not? I think Jamari will get married. I think it will take time. Yes. I think Jamari will have to adapt to another person's lifestyle, which I think that might be hard for him because I think he's very set on his own lifestyle as it is. And I think vice versa for whatever lucky lady gets to be with him. I think they will have to adapt to just the lifestyle that Jamari has at the same time. And that's really all marriage is just adapting to each other's lifestyles at the same time, trying to find the balance between your own and everything else in life. And yes, so do I think Jamari will ever get married? Of course. Jamari will live a nice, happy life with a nice little family, as in, yeah, he's just that guy. So
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, without a doubt, Jamari will get married.
Yeah, and for Dylan, do I ever think? Oh wait, also for Jamari, damn, Elijah, you fucked me up too.
For Jamari,
do you think Dylan will ever get married? Why or why not? Honestly, I do. I mean, I feel like for him, it'll take some time too. I mean, mostly because he wants to work on himself a lot, and I feel like working on yourself before getting married makes the most amount of sense. You gotta find out who you are before you find out who you could be with someone else.
Right. Because as much as I would love getting back into the game, I'm just not ready for it. Yeah. Simply as that. So
yeah, and I think whatever girl or dude makes him happy, it'll work out. It'll work out pretty well.
I see what you did there. Yeah. So that's been a very good Q&A session.
It was.
Yeah, very good podcast. So I think we're almost at the 2-hour mark. And we're about to reach it. So
yeah, we got to get rush hour in.
Yeah, is there any last words of advice you'd love to give out?
I want to say if there's that girl that you've been waiting too long to ask out, Valentine's Day is next week, man. You got to make the chance. You gotta take the chance.
Right.
I took it, and I'm happy.
Look at that. And he's going on to Valentine's Day.
Yeah, so, first one in 21 years. Always
shoot a shot. And always seek the answers to your questions because you don't want to live with the what is it called? You don't want to live with regrets and without clarity. Clarity. Even though it might stress you out to be more confident, ask that person out and whatnot, and just ask whatever questions you have to ask. But clarity is what is that? It's the same thing as like meaning clear. So clear your mind and get some fucking clarity.
Clear and clear.
Yeah. So. For now, I will say this is this episode of Cookies and Cream Podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed. You can find us on YouTube and Spotify. And last but not least, we love you guys. So, do. Stop the video.